Hi, team. So just wanted to give you guys an update on where I'm at with trying to plan out all the project deliverables and everything. So I had generated the WBS chart and the PowerPoint um, with respect to all the project scope that I put into the PowerPoint from PlanHammer. What I didn't realize, and I probably should have looked a little deeper, was that there was a trial and the trial expired. So that means that the work that I put in there, luckily I took screenshots of it, I exported it, and but I can't share this with anybody because now when you log in, what you see is instead of going to projects, what you're actually going to see is, yeah, we want your credit card. Okay, not going to pay 20 bucks a month for this. So went out and looked for another tool, yet another tool, find something um, where we can all see it at least. And what I came up with was Zoho. So Zoho, they have a free plan. So the free plan um, won't expire on me. I've used Zoho for things in the past, like invoicing and things like that for businesses, but they do have a project suite in it too. So we have tasks and milestones, etc. So what I'm currently doing is going through the process of repopulating all of the scope and milestones into Zoho so we can hopefully share it here, export it from here, and be able to get reports and charts automatically generated. Still being able to use a Kanban board or a Scrum board to actually move things in and out of progress. So what you guys might not know, by the time, as I'm doing this, at the same time, I'm actually writing the requirements into the application in Power Apps. So that will evolve over time. I did an initial proof of concept, which is kind of a quick and dirty, ugly way to put the app together. But I want to use this app on March 16th for the first round of player evaluations for our U8 age group. So the MVP for this, the real scope of the project, and thus the name of the project is the Scorify MVP1. So MVP stands for minimum viable product, meaning it's the smallest possible chunk of an application that can be used uh, legitimately. So I will use this to actually score players. I will be the only one out of all of the evaluators using it because I need to go through that first initial beta test. So I can't unleash this to the world until it's completely proven. And I can't completely prove it without engaging the help of 50, 7 and 8 year old children. Their parents aren't really going to go for that, and we spend $200 plus an hour for ice time for them to go through it. And I'll go through later on a little bit more about the background on what the process looks like because we're developing an app here that is to assist a process. That's really what it is. So without understanding the process, it's really difficult to understand what it is that's going on. So for anybody that wants to contribute on the Power App itself, it helps to learn the process first. So I'll shoot a quick video about that. But quickly into the Zoho, what I've got here is a project that I set up a few minutes ago. It comes with an example one, so you can check it out. But we have Scorify MVP1. Now, what we have here is we have milestones. So this is basically a dashboard where it shows you all the stuff that's going on. Right now, only team user is me because I just started this 10 minutes ago. But as you execute the project, you move things in and out. We set up the milestones, and in Scrum, what we're looking at for the software is really the feature level element. So it corresponds nicely to our WBS that's in that PowerPoint file. We have feature 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and really the home screen, this is broken out into different sheets pretty much in the Power App. So if you've looked around in the Power App, you can see that there is a home screen sheet. There's a U8 session selection screen, drill selection, player selection, scoring screen. There's actually 5 of these. I grouped them together because largely it's a copy edit. So there's no need to design a brand new one for everyone. We want the same look and feel for each. But these are different in that the 1 to 5 is based on skill evaluations. So we're really only looking for the individual hard skills that the players possess. And then for 6 to 10, we're looking at how they perform in a game situation. So those are slightly different criteria that determine the score. So I grouped those nicely into 2 different features. Now, if we drill down into the feature level, what we have is a task list. A task list in this case is representative of the user story. So it kind of correlates nicely to Scrum, where they don't call it a user story in Zoho, but it's really the same thing. So I named it user story here. There are no tasks associated with it, but there will be. I'll put them in there and we'll come up with something. But the idea here is that when you look at a report or a Kanban board, or something like that, if the home screen UI design user story is being worked on, those tasks are being worked on individually. Some of them are already done, so I've got to pre-populate or post-populate the project here with what already has been done to get to the point where we currently are in the execution. The start date for the project was February 1st, and the finish date will be the 15th of March. So it's rather quick, and hopefully by the end of the day today or maybe tomorrow, I will have all of this stuff in there and we can get an accurate picture of exactly where we are. Okay, so with that, I will show you really quickly just how to add the task list. So I'm going to go to the feature 06, and right now I've got 2 of them in there, so I'm going to add a new task list, and this pops up, and I had previously copied it, so I'm just going to paste that in there. So right now I'm looking at, in my other screen here, I have our project hierarchy view here. So I have already user story 19 is in there, so the next one is 20. It's gameplay 2 score entry sheet. So I'm entering all these user stories in there as task lists. Okay. So I'll add that task list. I'm going to create another one. And there are 5 criteria for this gameplay evaluation. So we need 5 altogether. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are all there. Good. So now what we have is a set of feature level elements, which are the active milestones. I'm going to go ahead and reorder them because oh no, I guess I don't need to reorder them. It kind of did that for me. I put in the dates and preliminarily. Some say they're due today, but in reality, those are actually done in Power Apps, so I just have to update the individual tasks. So let's take a look at our Gantt and reports and see what this is giving us. So if I take a look at the Gantt chart, no tasks available, no status, they're all open. Let's take a look at the tasks. I believe this gives me a Kanban board, which is a more Scrum style thing. Okay, so we've got open in progress review to be tested on hold and delayed. So I will go ahead and I'll start to drag things in here where they go. And hopefully we'll get a better picture later on. But I just wanted to show you guys how I migrated that, where I moved it to, and I'll add you guys to it so you can join this and take a look. This is where I'll grab everything that's going to go into Microsoft Project, which is eventually going to be our deliverable format. But for the case of sharing, it's going to be very difficult for everybody to log into the VDI instance and share the same file of Microsoft Project. So it's virtually impossible. So to be able to do this and see the real-time updates of the project is the goal, why I'm looking for a tool that's a web-based tool. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, hit me up on Slack. Thanks.